Look.
No.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
Look.
Say Taylor.
Listen.
Taylor. I got it. I said the whole intro.
This is episode 68 of Look, Listen with Geese Guyera and Taylor. Welcome, everybody. Geese Peep, say hello. You look so healthy today.
I'm ill.
Geese is dying. Clambos, this week we had what I like to call the day of deals. And Wario64, boy, did he ever post so many deals. So many price errors on gift cards. Don't get too disappointed, Taylor, because there is a rub to this.
Oh.
He posted all these Amazon gift cards. He posted all these free DoorDash orders. You just put in Spooky 10 and they just shipped you everything for free. As many orders as you want.
Oh, my.
Well, then what happened is Amazon sent out emails and said, guys, that was our bad. I learned about a new technology this week. Apparently, Amazon and I guess other corporations to combat fraud now have the power to disable gift cards after they've been enabled. So they shipped out all these gift cards and immediately canceled all of them. But some of the later shipments actually got through and worked, such as my Red Lobster gift card. Jumping ahead to Eaton this week, ate endless shrimp with my half-off Red Lobster card. Very exciting.
What's your capacity for shrimp? At what point are you experiencing diminishing returns on enjoyment of shrimp?
It's different than when I was younger. I ate like 30 shrimp or something, and I got full this week. But
is this like fried shrimp or like
some of them are
grilled?
Fried, some of them are grilled, some of them are shrimp linguinis, some of them are shrimp, dragon shrimp. That was something. You know, dragon. Anyway, we're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead, Glambos.
Okay.
So I did get lucky with 2 of my gift cards actually worked.
Which ones?
The Starbucks and Red Lobster.
Oh, sick. Starbucks.
My
Nice.
PSN bucks, my Chipotle bucks, and my... What was the other one?
All the DoorDash stuff.
So DoorDash sent an email. They said, guys, first of all, I was laughing so hard already with the boys in the Wario64 server because DoorDash was losing it. They had this big giant banner on the top of their site that said Spooky 10 no longer working. And you can tell somebody put that, like, I don't know if it was somebody getting woken up in the middle of the night, but there were typos everywhere. The sentence didn't even make sense. Eventually we got an email that said, guys, we shipped out whatever you first ordered. It wasn't supposed to work more than once. It was supposed to be a one-time use code. So everybody went, oh man, I wish I had ordered flashlights as my first one. So I should be getting in free socks from DoorDash, but we'll see.
I'm getting an insulated tote, I think.
Oh, I wanted the tote. Geese Peep. Before we move on to our classic segment, Lookin, Playin, Eatin', big news, by the way.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this. Spoilers for second half of the episode, Poke News of the Week, Poke Episode of the Day. Do you guys realize we did it? This is the season finale?
Wait,
the episode we just watched is the end of Liko and Roy's big adventure.
Oh, wow. I wonder who the next characters are going to be.
The next week's episode is the first episode of, let me read the kana. So next week's starts a brand new season. It's called...
Are we jumping or are we not jumping?
I just want to say the name of it because I've been practicing my Japanese. So let me just read the kana. I'm not even going to read the Romanji. I'm going to read the straight Japanese. I'm scrolling down. Next week, we will start Poketo Monsuta Terapagos no Kagayaki. Kagayaki.
I thought you were going to go into that big old thing talking about practicing your Japanese and just say pocket monsters.
That's going to be it. Let's move on to watching, playing, eating, listening this week. Clambos, I watched quite a horror movie. In Spanish, I believe it's an Argentinian film that came out this month. In English, it's called When Evil... Geese, please tell us the name of the horror film I watched in English.
When Evil Lurks.
Or in Spanish, Cuando acecha la maldad. Don't, don't. Okay, where to begin with this one? If you can't handle horror, don't watch it.
What do you mean?
I mean, it does not play at all. It's not like the goriest, absolutely worst horror movie ever made. Worst meaning, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. That's so unbelievably taboo.
You're kind of a weird person to talk to about horror, though, because you don't get scared by very much.
Correct.
Whereas I get scared by everything.
If you really are into absolutely, oh my God, horror, then I mean, it has a really high Rotten Tomatoes score, so it has that going for it. But if you're squeamish or can't handle stuff, you're not going to be able to take this one.
How would you compare it to the Terrifier movies?
Oh, it's way worse than Terrifier, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Terrifier's goofy, though. Terrifier, there's too much goof in there. It's like a silly movie.
Yeah.
Too much goof, not enough ghoul.
Well, there's a lot of, the gore in that is pretty over the top.
Yeah, way over the top. But When Evil Lurks is way scarier and more serious than Terrifier.
What's the best way to watch these now?
It's free on Shudder, right? Or free. Well, Shudder has a free trial, so I just watch it now.
Sick.
You just grab yourself a free trial and watch it. It was in theaters for like a week. Okay, moving on. I platinumed Spider-Man 2. That is a very, very good game. Lots of fun. I initially said I'd probably give it a 9 or 9.5. Maybe now I'd settle into 9 or 8.75 after doing all the little side quests, because I thought, it's okay. It's missing some stuff. There's some real cool moments in it. But yeah, it's certainly worth playing.
What are your opinions on the first Spider-Man, or the Amazing Spider-Man?
That's not the name of...
The one that came out for PS4?
Marvel Spider-Man.
Marvel Spider-Man. What are your opinions on Marvel Spider-Man?
Way better than I thought it was going to be. That is a very good video game. Incredible opening. Tons of fun. Easy 9.0 out of 10.
Okay.
Well, you don't like Spider-Man?
No, I do. I was just trying to remember, because I was talking recently to some people about, what are the games that I would say were the best ones on the PlayStation 4 or great ones to get into if you haven't played PlayStation in a while. And I didn't come up with Spider-Man. I enjoyed it. I got the platinum in it. I played all of the DLC. And, I'm currently playing Miles Morales. But when I look at Spider-Man 2, I'm not like, oh, wow, I got to play that as soon as possible.
Played Mario Wonder some more, beat some more levels. The way I'm playing Mario Wonder, I feel like, is the only way you can play this game unless you're a little kid, which is I don't move on until I 100% every level, so I get all the star coins and the Wonder Seeds. Very fun game. As of right now, I still feel like I had more fun with Spider-Man 2, but that may change. I know people really love Mario Wonder, and it is very much just nonstop. You will see something new in every level, which is cool, because a fear I had after Mario Maker came out was, well, if you could just make your own Mario levels, how are they going to make a new 2D Mario game and make it interesting? They pulled it off with just wild ideas and new powers and transformations and enemies and singing and dancing and crazy ideas every single level. They just had the younger staff at Nintendo all come up with their craziest ideas and put in every single one of them. So it makes for a game that's certainly never boring. It's lots of fun, and it feels real good platforming-wise.
I was actually planning on asking you about that this week, because I saw everybody talking about Mario Wonder on YouTube, and I thought, YouTube. And I was wondering how they keep that fresh, because I'm not much of a platformer guy. If there's a game with platforming and I'm playing it, it's normally a Metroid type game.
I'm not much of a platformer in general, but like Guyera said, I like how each level has something new, so it doesn't feel like boring, and I can kind of distract my brain from the fact that I'm really bad at platforming by the game's novelty and whimsy. And I've been playing it online with Aaron, so I see his little like ghosts. I can see how he does the level, and like he can help me when I'm stuck, which I really like.
Yeah, he can revive you. And what's neat about Mario Wonder is you can make the game easier with the badge system. So just equip something that's going to help you with the level. I've used it a couple times. My default is the first badge you get because it's just so handy. The little hat parachute, so you become like a Dixie Kong. But
I like the double wall jump.
Double wall jump's kind of fun. One that can really get you through some tough levels is the one that just adds extra blocks throughout the stage. So if there's tough platforming, you'll just get a longer platform to jump off of and jump onto, which is nice. Now we're moving on from me to Geese Peep. Geese Peep, please talk about Over Garden Wall and for eating HelloFresh. Over Garden Wall apparently is something you've watched.
So every year for Halloween, I rewatch the Cartoon Network miniseries Over the Garden Wall.
Whoop.
It's very good. I recommend it. It's 10 mini episodes, I think like each 10 minutes each. But it's very cute, very moving. The animation's great. Highly recommend.
Did you say what it's about?
It's about two brothers who get lost in the woods and have to find their way home. But it's also about being a teenager and having a brother and divorce. What do you want from me, Michael?
I hope he's thinking of the exact same thing I am.
It sounds like you're making it up as you're going along. Does not sound like you're actually honestly answering the question. It sounds like you've never seen it, and I asked you what it's about, so you go, it's about a brother and there's a divorce. Geese Peep, what have you been eating in HelloFresh?
I've been staying at my sister's house, and they make HelloFresh because they have baby and no time. And it's fine. I don't know. It's not spectacular. The recipes I had with them were okay. Halal meat dish and then a tofu dish. It was fine. For gaming, my nephew has this Fisher-Price kick and play piano mat where you can like hit the buttons and it'll play music, and it has some pre-made music, and those songs have been stuck in my head.
Absolute bangers, you're saying.
Wheels on the bus caliber?
Almost. My favorite one, they don't have titles and I can't find them on YouTube, but my favorite one is about the purple monkey and the bubblegum tree. Ooh. It's a very moving piece, and it's about how a mother will always be there and how the baby will always come home to find their mother.
And this is a Fisher-Price song.
Yes.
I don't know what the baby is doing out and about that it has to come home by itself, but
it's about how when kids grow up and they come home and like they're on their own, you know, they're growing up.
So this is the Fisher-Price piano mat for college and older.
Geese Peep, you know what you must do, and it's what I had to do as well. You can't find it on YouTube. You need to record these songs and upload it yourself. Such as, for instance, like when there's this live Mother track that was sold on iTunes in 2009 and never again. So I had to rip the audio and upload it so everyone can hear it for time immemorial.
What a hero.
And that's going to be you after you upload Purple Monkey Sock Time.
Yeah. Purple Monkey Socks.
Geese already went. Taylor, please tell us about your watching this week, which I see Meg 2 and Puss in Boots.
Yep. Both of those are sequels. I did not see the original Puss in Boots, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, fantastic film.
I heard. I want to watch it.
It's surprisingly good. The design of the wolf in that movie is so sick. And I also watched Meg 2. Now, I don't know if it's just because they didn't cast Lee Bingbing, but I did not enjoy that movie very much.
But you love sharks. Meg, of course, is about sharks, specifically the
which is exactly. I read the book series when I was in middle school, and this was very divergent. And the reason that I don't like the Meg 2 is because I like shark movies. They were just like, it can be a spy movie, an action spy movie starring Jason Statham. Why not?
Oh no!
Very disappointing. I started playing Neo 2,
Now, moving on to video games of the week with Taylor. Taylor's playing Neo 2.
I was trying to fill the Lies of P-shaped void. I keep staring at Lords of the Fallen, thinking, man, they only have like 4 enemies in that game. I don't know if the environments are worth it. So I started playing Neo 2. It's pretty great.
Very, very sick. Yep. And now it's time for Taylor's Eatin' of the Week.
I've never had Oma rice, so we went to have Oma rice. It was very good. I also found out that there are mushrooms in the fried rice at this particular restaurant. And I also found out I'm still very allergic to mushrooms.
I just thought you didn't like them.
Well, I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, they don't do anything for me. Love truffles. No problems with truffles. Mushrooms, sick for days.
Mushrooms are disgusting. Clambos, please stop eating it. Please stop buying them. I will say there was a Chinese restaurant where if you ordered it with no mushrooms, it didn't taste as good. So you're better off just avoiding the mushrooms. But I don't think it's worth it. Everybody stop with the mushrooms. Give up on
Vote with your wallet.
Vote with your wallet. And now, Clambos, what you've all been waiting for. It's Pokémon News of the Week. Geese's audio must not be working because now it's time for Pokémon News of the Week. Clambos, directly from Cerebi.net, the next 7-star Terra Raid battle has been revealed. You can fight against a Fire Terra type Hisuian Typhlosion, which really made me laugh because normally these are a different type than the actual Pokemon, so that sounds less exciting. I mean, Hisuian Typhlosion is Ghost type as well.
Can we talk about the fact that I didn't get a Halloween Pikachu yet for the Halloween event in Pokemon Sleep?
Geese Peep, it's only been 2 days. You're gonna get one. Don't worry.
How much longer is the Halloween event?
It's a 5-day event, or a whole week maybe, who's to say?
Who's to say?
It'll probably last for the entire time she's on this island, which is going to be a week. I, for one, believe in her. Clambos, please send your support to looklistcast@gmail.com and tell Geese Peep you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a Halloween Pikachu for sure. Easy.
Thoughts and prayers, please.
If I don't, I won't do this podcast anymore. And then everyone loses.
Everyone loses. The Hisuian Typhlosion runs from November 3rd to November 5th, and then again a week later from November 10th through the 12th. November 5th, of course, is Sunday. And November 3rd is the day this comes out. So run off and grab that Typhlosion.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Quick question.
Hurry, hurry. And then the other item I have for Poké News of the Week is the new season starting next week. So very exciting. Now, it's time for us to move on to the episode this week. And Clambos, I'm telling you right now, there's no way Geese Peep liked this episode. She must have hated it because it is nothing. Battles on extra battles on, oh my god, it's a surprise battle.
I was thinking that the entire time.
I was so bored.
So, the name of this episode is Poor Geese. Poor Geese.
Just nothing even kind of cute. Even Terrapagos didn't look cute this episode.
There was one cute moment.
Liko calls back Hatena, just taking away everything from Geese.
One cute thing that could possibly be here, getting the Pokeball. It's very, very good. They had they have a scale in their office in the anime department where it says sick and cute. And they were looking at the cute and they were like, we need to move all of this to sick this episode.
It's because they realized that the baking episode was more cute than sick.
And the thing is, in the initial draft of this episode, Hatena was a major part, but then they realized, too cute. Take her out, put her in the ball.
Yep, sorry.
Geese Pete, please tell us the name of this, in your opinion, terrible episode in English.
Rivals in the Dark Night.
Or in Japanese, Yamiyo no Raibaru. Clambos, we open in the Sick Explorer's helicopter. Ooh, spooky. My question is, did they change Butler Hamburger's voice? Because he sounds sicker than I remember him.
Maybe I think this is the most we've heard him speak.
He's speaking in a different way, where we're seeing him be real authoritative now.
Yeah, maybe before he would just say a couple words, but now he's really putting his foot down and giving orders. We got
Yeah.
Hamburgers, Sangos, and Onyx and their Pokemon in here, and they're discussing how to steal Terrapagos, going over the plan in the helicopter.
And the way that Butler is talking to those two is so goofy, calling them secret weapons. And they're just Blaze Blue characters.
Yeah. Well, we cut to Amaranth, and he looks so bored in the castle. He's a regular geese peep. He just has this blank expression in front of all these kids. Terrapagos is screaming. Just, ah!
The looks between Amaranth and Terrapagos are very funny because neither of them have normal pupils. They're both just shapes.
There's some diamond eyes later on. Then Arcanine comes out of nowhere and attacks. Golduck use Water Pulse. Golduck, of course, belonging to the little Team Rocket grunt. Arcanine dodges out of the way. Psycho Cut Ceruledge. And now Grandma's back. Everyone, Arcanine use Flamethrower. Everybody run down the secret passage that Squawk ability is unlocked.
It was what a scene. First of all, the Flamethrower was fantastic. Very sick. Second of all, I think instead of saying Psycho Cutter, he should just start saying attack, because he says Psycho Cutter so much.
The trapdoors open. Children, escape. Run into the cellar. Now the explorers have to face Grandma. Sounds like Diana is very familiar with the explorers, which surprised me. Grandma and Arcanine jump through the window. It's a big deal. I was laughing. The explorers are going to follow Terrapagos. We cut to the kids and Fritos in the secret passage labyrinth underneath the castle. And then Rhydon bursts through the ceiling. There's never a second to breathe this episode, Clambos.
Rhydon looks so pleased with himself after this scene. I took a screenshot. He's just smiling.
He found him. He sniffed him out. I'd be proud of myself, too. Run for it, kids! Run up the circular staircase to the top of that tower. What could possibly happen to a sturdy tower? This is a safe place for us to go. Oh no, the explorers are going to trap them, Clambos, from up top, from down below. There's nowhere to run. At this point, Fritos is on the phone talking to Murdoch, and he tries to be real cute when Amaranth shows up, and he says, can't you see I'm on the phone?
I loved his pose so much. How far he was leaning back to show him the phone.
Fritos, I don't know who was the animation director here, but Fritos has a whole, what even anime is that like? Where his poses and legs and arms are flying everywhere and he's doing little winks.
I don't know, but they used the animation budget for the couple of episodes for this one episode.
Yeah, it was real sick. Because it's the last episode of the season. They were just like, well, here's all our money.
That actually, Clambos, if you're unaware, that is exactly how it works. Because you have a budget, right? And if you're reaching the end of when you need to spend this money, you must spend that money. Because if you don't spend the money, that means whoever gave you the money says, oh, I guess he didn't need that much money. And so they give you less money next time. So you always got to spend all your budget.
I know about that intimately from my time as the president of the water polo club for my college.
Oh.
Oh, just scrambling so much because we had raised so much via fundraisers and we didn't need as much from the school. So at the end of the year, we were just like, everybody gets their own hotel room. Everybody's getting gas money. We're paying the coach extra. We didn't know what to do with it.
You should have sent me a check.
Yeah, you should have.
Didn't you get it?
Should have sent Geese Peep money out of the water polo budget.
I sent Geese Pip money.
Corviknight, use Hurricane. Very amusing animation for Fritos jumping out of the way to avoid the attack. Man, I'm telling you, Clambos, this boy, Fritos, he's trying to be so sick this episode. He just jumps off the tower, very top of the tower, jumps off.
Very sick.
Doesn't pull out his Pokeball for Charizard until he's about halfway done falling. Gets on Charizard. There's so many moments in this episode that are so dramatic and slow-mo and trying to be sick. But Fritos does this wink to Liko and Roy. And it's just
God.
Goofy. That was it was incredibly sick up until that wink. And I was just thinking, and at some point, Liko and Roy are saying, oh, he's using himself as a distraction. And I was thinking, this is the flow chart that we've been witnessing for the entire show.
Anyway, it's hysterical. It's time, Clambos. You've never thought you'd see it again, but here we go again. Ceruledge versus Charizard.
Guess what Ceruledge is going to use?
Probably a sick move.
Psycho-Kata.
Mm-hmm.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Cut to Grandma. Diana's grabbing a bunch of books. Is that the Violet book? The Scarlet book? I don't know. There's tons of books in a bag, some journals, and there's a weird object on the table next to an old journal.
It's a belt for all the ancient Pokeballs.
Oh, it's so sick.
It had like the little Pokeballs where you put the ancient Pokeballs.
We cut back to the battle. Psycho Cut, Air Slash, Jump, Flamethrower, Psycho Cut. And here's the thing. In the middle of this battle between Ceruledge and Charizard, I'm telling you, Ceruledge is just flying. Now, Ceruledge in Pokemon Violet does not know how to fly. That boy cannot learn fly. But in this anime, this Ceruledge is just walking on the air around the tower chasing after Charizard. I don't understand.
That's a very... I wish that they would highlight that more. I guess it wouldn't make sense to people who played the game and the card game and things. But I wish that Fritos would just say, Charizard, just fly. Just super duper high in the air. And let's reevaluate this.
They're just trying to be sick.
Yeah.
Psycho Cut. Oh no, the tower got hit. Dragon Claw. Phantom Force. Phantom Force is very sick because now Ceruledge basically turns into both the video game Portal and the video game Tears of the Kingdom by just sucking himself down into some pieces of tower and then appearing above Charizard and another piece of crumbling tower. It looks very sick. Night Slash. Night Slash. Dodge. Oh no. Charizard. He's in trouble, Clambos. What are we gonna do? Then we cut to Grandma again.
Just kind of talking to Butler.
Yeah, she got ambushed, Clambos, by a big old Dusk Noir and Butler Hamburger.
So Diana knew that Butler was evil at this point, right? She addressed that in the last episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
We cut back to the battle. Flamethrower, Night Slash. Oh no, Charizard's injured. And now Ceruledge is going to charge up, and he's going to do a big, giant Psycho Cut, and it's going to be curtains for Charizard. But then, Taylor, what does Charizard 2 do along with Frito's instructions?
He says, push beyond your potential.
And he's a dark type now, baby. Oh, no, Night Slash is going to be doing nothing.
Okay, all right, that's good. Night Slash is what kind of move?
Dark type. Charizard used Terra Blast! And now oh my god. Ceruledge is down for the count. Roy and Fuecoco, who have been watching this whole time, very impressed with the terastallizing. Everyone's got diamonds.
Fuecoco, I'm going to say one of my top 3 favorite things about this entire show is how much Fuecoco idolizes Charizard.
He loves that boy.
It's great.
Cute.
It's very, very cute.
Liko and Terrapagos also very impressed with the terastallization.
Do you two like Terrapagos' design?
I think he's cute.
We're going to be seeing more Terrapagos' design coming up.
I'm not a big fan. I think it seems very out of place for Pokemon.
I will say it is out of place, but I think he's cute.
And that is all that matters. Oh no! The grunts are here, and Rhydon. Adorable Rhydon, Geese's favorite. It's time to run! Clambos, at this point in the episode, they put on the hardest, most dramatic music you've ever heard just for these kids going down a ladder. And I was so confused. It was like they messed up with the storyboarding because it was way too intense for children slowly going down a ladder.
It's a very dramatic episode. I feel like everything just had an extra injection of drama.
We haven't even got to the most dramatic part yet with a girl. What's her name? Goldilocks. Songo. Yeah. Oh no, Clambos, not again. It's Golduck and the other grunt, and there's a Skarmory.
Oh, gosh, I forgot about them.
Now, time for another battle. Okay, Golduck, use Water Pulse. Sprigatito, use Leafage. Rock Blast, right on. Quick Attack, Leafage. Use a strong Leafage this time, Sprigatito.
Full power. Don't
Right
hold back
on.
like you normally do.
Use Mega Horn. Actually, during the Mega Horn, I was a little concerned because Mega Horn is a very powerful move, and I believe super effective against Sprigatito. So at this point, I was scared. But luckily, Fuecoco comes in with a Stomping Tantrum, also a super effective move. Oh, all over the place. Looks like these kids are learning, huh, Clambos? They're learning about super effective moves. What are these grunts going to do? And now we get some ground shaking. I was going to say Earthquake, but Earthquake is also a Pokemon move, so I did not want to use the word Earthquake. But the ground is shaking, walls are blasting through, and Geese, we see a little Morgrem and a little Blipbug start walking towards them, but they faint. And what do they have all over them, Geese?
Salt.
Oh my God, what happened to them? Was Salt Cure used on them by Garganical?
They got salt pickled.
They got crystals growing all out of them. Oh, no. Then we cut to Diana and Butler Hamburger. And this is where we learn Geese's big spoiler. Please, Geese, tell us the big reveal of this whole
Take
time.
it away, Geese.
About the explorers.
What's the spoiler?
Where did their allegiances lie, Geese Peep? Go ahead.
Tell us all about it, Geese.
The explorers were the friends of Lucius.
What?
Oh, my God.
Holy moly.
The ground shaking again. The wall bursts again. There's what I thought at first, dust everywhere. But now I'm beginning to think the whole time it was actually salt. Oh,
a dream. Oh, yeah, salt.
Diana escapes on Arcanine through the salt cloud. And then Hamburgers gets a phone call. From who?
Master Gibeon.
Oh, my God. Wait, do we ever learn what that phone call was about?
It's vague. I don't remember it.
No, I don't remember. I don't think we do.
Oh no, Clambos, every single Pokemon that hangs out in the castle, they've been salt cured. They're all on the floor fainted with big old salt crystals growing out of them. What are we gonna do?
Very scary how powerful this Pokemon is.
He's very big. There's salt everywhere in the castle, Clambos, but we cut to outside, and Songo is flying down on Glalie, and now there's snow everywhere, and she's making everything super cold, and the tower's falling, and Fritos and Amaranth somehow escaped the last second on Charizard and Corviknight. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling bad for Grandma. Poor Diana. She's got a nice castle. You have to go through a secret garden to get it, and now it's just completely destroyed.
Just so isolated.
For no reason.
Think of the historical value lost in its destruction. Ugh,
terrible.
awful.
You know what I was thinking the whole time? I was thinking she has to eat out of cans to afford this castle.
No, she can afford it. She just likes eating out of cans.
She's just saying that to save face. Nobody likes canned food that much.
No dishes. Then the grunts run off on some Skarmories because everything's getting destroyed. It's dangerous.
The reason they run away, and this is my big issue, you have this giant foreboding introduction of the secret weapons, the last resorts. Everybody's saying, oh, these two Blaze Blue characters, we got to get out of here. Their wanton destruction is going to put us all in danger. And they have no place in the episode.
But now, Clambos, Liko and Roy are surrounded by Onyx and Songo. It's curtains for the kids. They'll never be able to fight these incredibly powerful trainers. But Geese, who arrives to save the day in a flash of lightning from the sky?
Captain Pikachu.
Oh my God. He throws off his cap and just goes to town. And what's flying up in the sky, Geese?
The brave Salami. And for some reason, they don't send another adult down.
For some reason, but they will send Metagross to save everyone. So Pikachu's fighting his heart out, fighting for his life out here.
Uh-huh.
We cut to Diana helping the Pokemon in the castle, telling him to run for it. This castle is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a lost cause.
Dunzo.
Yeah. Go back to the Captain Pikachu versus all of the explorers. Glalie using Blizzard. Garganicle's using Wide Guard, Salt Cure. Pikachu's jumping on Charizard's back. Volt Tackle. Oh my God, it's so nice, so dramatic. We get, now here we come. I've been talking about it all episode, but we get the most dramatic shot I've ever seen. Full stop. The animation on Songo as she makes this crazy face where she closes one eye, does her little snaggletooth that Japanese people find unbelievably cute.
Very slowly.
And she yells, Glalie, because she knows she's losing. She knows they're all escaping. She says, and by the way, I think at this point, Onyx the human, not the Pokemon, is yelling, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Songo says, Glalie, use explosion, which, as everyone knows, that's going to knock out Glalie, and it's going to cause a giant explosion and destroy the castle even further.
Just 120 frames per second animation here, too.
We see an explosion of enormous proportions. My first thought, of course, is, did absolutely everyone die?
That's what I thought, too.
Within 5 seconds, we see, no, Fritos, Captain Pikachu, and Charizard fly out completely unscathed. They're fine.
Not even a little dust on their jacket.
Phew! Oh, hey, here's Grandma Diana. She's fine, too. Arcanine then jumps 6,000 feet in the air onto the Great Salami.
Everyone can fly.
It is very impressive.
Everybody can fly. The villains now discuss the events. Geese, did you notice Songo's backpack kind of looks like a Pyukumuku? We may have discussed this before, but it's cute.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
Now, what I've noticed, and I can't believe is the case, through all of this, Amaranth's eyeliner is still perfect. Not smudged at all. Perfect lines. I don't know how he does it. Well, now we cut to Liko on the Great Salami with Lucius's memoirs. She's flipping through the pages. And then we get a flashback to the opening of this particular anime. It just uses the same little shots it did on the first episode. Talking about, oh yeah, the Pokemon of this world and how all the people live with them. And now we get the second biggest reveal. I actually think this is an even bigger reveal, probably. This is what Lucius has to say in his memoirs. He says, I want you to find adventure and live alongside the Pokemon of this world and ... the future. It's what we've been saying this whole time, Clambos. Time travel. It's coming for you, so you better get ready.
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty clear if you played Scarlet and Violet, the Paradox Pokemon.
I did not. I have not beaten the second gym leader.
Well, I mean, you can just look at the front box of the video game. One's futuristic, one's from the past, but
it's just a motorcycle.
Well, Liko and Diana both believe in time travel, so Liko is going to start off on her Legend of Zelda adventure and seek out the 6 heroes, the 6 golden coins. They are, of course, Shiny Rayquaza, Arboliva, Galarian Moltres, Lapras,
super sick. I was so happy.
Cleavor, and Entei. Good old Lapras. I love Lapras in here.
I really do too, because I'm a big Lapras lover.
Oh yeah, Lapras is right up there with Shiny Rayquaza and Entei. And then we cut Hamburgers talking to Gibeon in a very strange scene. It's another Neon Genesis Evangelion scene where he just looks up at the Techno Future Light Parade and he says, "Our wish shall finally ... to be continued." End of episode. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Fritos is also very excited about this big adventure through time and space, by the way. He says, oh, yeah, I'm down for that. That sounds great.
Roy, I would be surprised if he had an opinion.
No, he's super excited. That is the end of the episode, Clambos.
And the season.
And the season. Good point. Before we discuss it further, Geese Peep is going to take us through Uncle Frito's seminar. And for some reason this episode, he goes again a lot for some, I don't know why. Must make sense in Japanese.
Extra budget.
Extra budget.
More syllables.
Geese Peep.
Today's Pokemon is Charizard, whose greatest weapon is its superheated flames. And a certain thing can raise the heat of those flames. Is it A, battling, B, eating, or C, meditating?
It's of course A, battling. As we all know, Charizard is just Goku, so he's always on the hunt for a stronger opponent because the harder he fights, the hotter his fire gets, temperature-wise.
Yes.
We see a sick little image of Charizard fighting Captain Pikachu, and he's got a very hot, you would imagine, flame.
Wish we got any clarification on why the explorers are after Terapagos. Because we still don't know why it's important.
So we know that Lucius was friends with the explorers. We know Lucius was hanging out with Terapagos. So I'm thinking the explorers are just trying to get the gang back together. So maybe at the end of this series, it'll all be revealed. This was just a huge misunderstanding. Not evil. We're just trying to...
Good kidnappers.
They do make it very clear that they're pretty evil. So who's to say on that front? But
who's to say?
I think Amaranth will have a redemption arc.
That,
for sure.
That would make... He's big Vegeta. Yep. That makes sense.
Yes.
Because, I mean, as far as why do they want Terapagos, why wouldn't they want this mythical Pokemon? Of course, I'm sure Team Rocket would love Terapagos too. Anybody would just love to get their hands on Terapagos.
But this isn't like, we stumbled onto it. This was a very concentrated, company-wide, targeted series of actions, all going after the pendant and the Pokemon that pendant turned out to be.
I don't know about anybody. We know that Grandma Diana was aware that the pendant could turn into Terapagos.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Amaranth was aware of that until it happened. He just knew he needed the pendant. I'm guessing that Master Gibeon is aware. Maybe the big twist is Master Gibeon is actually Lucius and he's evil from the future, like X and Mega Man Zero spoilers, but we'll see.
Ooh.
I was kind of thinking that.
As far as how I felt about the episode, I like the battle episodes, but to me, even with the two big reveals of, oh my God, explorers were friends with Lucius, and oh my God, we got to travel into the future, it's still just a little bit too battle heavy.
The plot kind of got lost in it.
Yeah, but this animation was sick. This one's a tough one to score.
Very sick.
Like, I guess it's got to be an 8.0 or 7.5 or something, I guess, in that range. Because here's the way to watch this episode, Clambos. Just turn off the volume. Just watch it, and you'll just look at the pretty pictures. Don't even turn on subtitles. Good to go. Great episode. Taylor, how do you feel about this week's episode?
I mean, I'm of the same mind. I thought the animation was very sick. I thought the fights were... They shouldn't have had the grunts even show up. They didn't need to be there. That was distracting. The two secret weapons, I think, would have been better if they had been revealed like they show up. Everybody on the Explorers runs away, and Fritos manages to get away. They create a distraction, and they run away, and they're these two scary figures kind of chasing after them.
I guess it would have been more sick if they didn't introduce them at the beginning of the episode, and it was just a big old surprise. We see the salt coming in and the snow coming in, and they were like, and everybody said, "What is that?" And then we just see them and go, "Oh my God."
That would be very sick. Instead of just like, oh, okay, Captain Pikachu beat them both, and now we're running away in the sky. And yeah, I mean, the plot got lost in all the different characters who were taking place in this huge melee.
Yeah, it was too much. Anticlimactic.
For the season finale, yeah, I guess so. It did do a good job of getting me excited about what's going to happen next, though. Land to 6 golden coins, get the team back together, Terapagos' shine.
I'm excited for more Grandma content.
She joined the crew. That is a big deal, Geese. It's announced. Grandma has officially joined the Rising Bolt Tacklers. So,
because that probably means more Butler as well.
Geese is going to be losing it over all this grandma action.
Shout out to the grandmas.
Taylor, what is your score for the episode on a scale of 10, 20-point scale? Or
probably an 8. I'd give it an 8, 8.5.
You can do an 8.75. but that's as far as I'm letting it go.
8.
7.
Ooh. Oh, well, that's better than I thought she would give it. But
Me too.
Yeah, we've had some better episodes. I'll give it that. Sick, you know, some sick animation, some cool screen caps, let's say.
I mean, it was a bunch of sick moments. They were just out of place.
Let's hope next season is even sicker. And seems like we have watched the new intro. It does sound sick and the animation's sick, so let's hope.
That's what I was going to ask, is how did you two feel about the season as a whole?
Oddly paced, inconsistent quality and story, not extremely memorable.
She hates it, Clem.
I kind of actually do not enjoy
9
this
out of
series,
10.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh my God. It really is her last episode.
I thought, wow, I wish I was watching Sun and Moon. That's a good show.
Oof.
Wow.
Because all of the style in this episode does not make up for the lack of
Substance.
story or content. Yeah, like it doesn't.
Style over substance. Geese gives it a 8.5 out of 10. Nice.
She said
nice.
7, but I still feel like we get things in this series that we were not getting with Ash that are sick.
Yeah, but also I don't think the story's that good, and the way to tell it isn't that good.
Wow. End of the podcast. Sad to hear. All right, moving on to wrap up of the week. Geese, take it away.
Oh, I mean, my opinion on it was I really liked it. Some of the episodes really felt like they were wasting our time intentionally, but overall, I would kind of judge it by how much I want to continue watching it, and I feel like there's new stuff on the Pokémon Horizons.
Got him. I'm still laughing at you said wasting our time intentionally. Like a cabal of evildoers.
Well, yeah. Okay, maybe not in... No.
Inconsiderate of our time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it seemed like they were like, oh boy, I don't know what's going to happen next. What do we do? Give them a puzzle kind of situation.
All right, not to wrap things up, but I have to leave in 5 minutes, so...
You better hurry with that wrap up.
Yeah, waiting on the wrap up.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can follow us on social media at Look, Listen, Cast on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out Professor Tigglebits for the website and the Taylor.
Boilerplate.
Thank you to all of our supporters. You can go to looklistencast.com and support us on a monthly basis. Click the link for Spotify for podcasters and or anchor.fm. Thank you so much. Glamos recommend this podcast to your friends, grandmas, and nephews, and send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com. This week, we have a question from Rock
Shout out
Party.
to grandmas.
Rock Party asks, question for Look Listen. What would your Halloween costume be if you were to wear one? And what Pokemon costume would you wear? Okay, thanks, bye, says Rock Party. Geese, go ahead. Geese, say it faster because you have to go.
Rowlet.
Taylor.
Or Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet.
Oh God, that's a toughie. I don't know. Piplup.
Peepaloop.
Or cast form.
I would be N from Black and White. He's so sick. This big old green hair. I don't know why you guys are actually picking Pokemon when you're human beings, but yeah, I'd be an N. He's so sick. Or maybe the Gen 5 protagonist, honestly. Generation 5. What a generation, am I right? Come on, guys.
You're telling me none of you would be Mr. Mime?
No.
Low-hanging fruit, Geese. Why don't you be Mr. Mime?
Jeez Louise.
Maybe I will.
Maybe she
Oh, that's a good idea, Geese. Nice choice.
Ooh, it could be James. Be sick.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Rock Party, for your question. Unfortunately, we just had Halloween, so maybe next year. Climbos, thank you for listening. Goodbye, everybody. Geese is going to say goodbye 3 times, and Taylor's going to say
goodbye.
Well, she's going to say
goodbye. Bye-bye.
Well,
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete. Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company